right, good morning. Good morning, good morning. And aloha. Thank you all for being here today, here at Kūhiō Beach Park, one of the world's most iconic public spaces. My name is Trevor Abrizua, and I'm the president of the Waikiki Business Improvement District, which is best known for our Aloha Ambassador program that you might see walking around today. We're known for keeping Waikiki clean and safe, and we're funded by the commercial property assessments here in Waikiki and essentially the business community. And first I want to thank some of the board members we have today. We have Alika Mao with the Waikiki Shopping Plaza. We have Aaron Hodges with Hyatt. And then we have Dave Kajihiro with Kūhiō. So thank you, board members of the WBID, for being here. So on behalf of the WBID and the entire Waikiki community, I just want to express our big mahalo to all the partners that we have here today, elected leaders and officials. I know we have Senator Moriwaki here, who won't be speaking, but thank you, Senator, for being here. And just all the community residents and leaders that have been part of this journey. We're here to announce a powerful and unprecedented public-private partnership that will invest $1 million into revitalizing Kūhiō Beach Park. We're going to be focusing on safety, cleanliness, activation, and long-term stewardship. This is about taking one of the most visible public spaces in Hawaii and making sure it reflects the pride that we all have in our Waikiki community. You'll hear today from city and community leaders about why investment matters and how this partnership came together. What these improvements will mean for residents, workers, and visitors who experience this park every day. And first, it is my honor to introduce someone who has been such a strong champion for public-private partnerships in this city and investing in public spaces. He has always been a huge supporter of Waikiki, and we are so grateful that he is leading our city today. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Rick Blangiardi.
Hey, good morning. Thank you, Trevor, for that wonderful introduction, and good morning to everybody. You know, we have a lot of great speakers going to follow me, and they all have very poignant things to say. So I'm up here just to express myself in the words of some kind of, I don't know if I have enough of a vocabulary to express my gratitude, but I'm going to try to do that. And look, Tommy, I will not steal any thunder. I know this is your moment, and I hope that you won't hold it against me that I've taken you off the speakers list this morning, and you can just stand there and look pretty, okay? No, look, I would tell you, from the mayor's office, not a day goes by that the subject of Waikiki doesn't come up in our office on some level of discussion, whether we're dealing with crime, homelessness, or just the investment of this really what I consider to be hallowed ground and what it means not just to our island's economy, but for the state and for the people who visit here. This is really very, very special. You know, not that I'm not that much of a global traveler, but I've been enough places. And I know over the course of the last 60 years since I've been privileged to make this place, to make Hawaii my home, anytime you say Hawaii or certainly Waikiki, no matter where you are, people's faces light up. And it's just so magical. And so to be here and have the responsibility, if you will, for protecting this place, you know, means a lot. It's one of the greatest challenges, sense of challenge and responsibilities that I feel. So that said, we don't do it alone. There are a lot of people that contribute. So I'm just up here. I want to recognize the leadership and the collaboration that made this possible. I want to start off with the folks from Hilton Grand Vacations because you've been not only a responsible partner in Waikiki, you are the true partner because you didn't have to do this. And even though we asked, you didn't have to do this, but you did. You know, and I'm not going to be cavalier about $1 million, but that's not trivial either, and it's significant for us. And, you know, it'll be money well spent, I promise you. But really the intent and your recognition of what it means to invest in Waikiki with us and what it means for the people who will come here and benefit from that investment speaks volumes about the essence of who we are as a people. I cannot thank you guys enough, okay? You know, Trevor from the Waikiki Business Improvement District, we love Trevor. This guy's the real deal. And I don't know who was responsible for putting him in this job, but ever since we've been working together, we value his partnership, we value his oversight, we rely on it. And Trevor, I think you've done a hell of a job, man. Great job. To Chair Tommy Waters and Honolulu City Council for ensuring that major developments reinvest directly in the communities they impact. And Tommy, I want to thank you for your leadership on this. I know this is personal for you. It's your area. You grew up here, all that stuff. So I love moments like this. It's a great day for our city. Great day for Waikiki. I see Bob Finley here from the Waikiki Neighborhood Board. They've given us nothing but unanimous support and community gratitude. Just terrific, Bob. I can't thank you guys enough. You know, as you know, Kūhiō Beach Park is one of the most visible public spaces in Hawaii. It's the very first place I came to when I first arrived here in 1965, was this very beach. As a kid from the East Coast, 18 years old at the time, just completely starstruck. I would say the thing that's so incredible about this, I'm always starstruck whenever I come down here. The physical beauty of this place is never lost on me, and or the appreciation for it. So I just want to thank you for the fact that we're going to, you know, this is an effort to care and respect for him. So I just want to thank everybody for the progress that we're making in Waikiki. Look, we know we've got a lot of work left. We've got 3 years left in our administration. We are not taking our foot off the gas pedal 1 hour or 1 day until we get this place as good as we can possibly get it. So I know we've come a long way, but we're not satisfied with where we are. We think there's a lot more to do. This partnership speaks volumes to us in making that possible. So I can't thank you guys enough. I want to thank you all for being here. God bless everybody. Thank you.
Mahalo, Mayor. We really appreciate you being here. Next, I'd like to introduce a leader in this community who was instrumental in making today happen. About 6 months ago, Chair Tommy Waters and I, with a couple community leaders, a couple residents and business leaders, we walked the entire community, every street in Waikiki, and we wanted to see what was working and what needed maybe a little bit of a facelift. And, you know, Chair said, we have a partner for you in Hilton, and we want to connect you to the WBID, and we want you guys to get some work done and make this place beautiful. It's been his leadership here in Waikiki that has made the wheels turn, and we couldn't be more grateful to have our Waikiki council member here and also the chair of the City Council, Chair Tommy Waters.
Aloha! What a beautiful day, right? I mean, thank you for the sun to come out on this day. We were a little worried because we thought, oh no, what's going to happen if it rains? But I got to give a big shout out and a big mahalo to Hilton Grand Vacations. Thank you guys for stepping up and helping beautify Waikiki. Because this is the breadbasket of our state. This is where we generate revenue that supports our city and county of Honolulu and our state of Hawaii. So big mahalo to you guys. Yeah. Big mahalo to you, Mayor, and your Parks Director, Laura Thielen, and the Parks team for working with the Waikiki Business Improvement District to get this done. We got creative here. Rather than it going directly through the city, we decided to ask Hilton Grand Vacations to work directly with the Waikiki Improvement District so that we can get it done fast, quick, and efficiently as possible. And that's exactly what we plan to do. 10 years ago, when Hilton Grand Vacations first came to the council requesting approval for the new resort, the council added a donation requirement because we wanted to make sure developments give back to neighborhoods they impact, especially in high-use areas like Waikiki. As one of Waikiki's most heavily used and iconic public spaces, I knew Kūhiō Beach Park was the most appropriate and impactful location for reinvestment. It is in great need of activation, public safety improvements, and consistent maintenance. This donation ensures Kūhiō Beach Park is preserved as a vibrant, accessible public space for generations to come. On behalf of the residents of my district and beyond, I'm truly grateful to HGV and WBID for their partnership and generosity in helping to strengthen and re-energize the crown jewel of our state's entire tourism industry. Again, mahalo to Mayor Blangiardi, Director Thielen, Trevor, our community partners, and neighbors who continue to advocate for this iconic space. Partnerships like this set a higher standard for collaboration, accountability, and quite simply getting things done. Also, can I give a shout out to the people wearing blue shirts here? They're with the Parks Department for their excellent work. Right on, guys. And the ambassadors that work with Trevor, who come out every day making sure that Waikiki is safe as well. So mahalo, you guys. Enjoy today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Waters. We appreciate it. And next, I do want to introduce another partner of ours that, I talk to rather frequently. I'm on her board of directors at the city level, so we work hand in hand with making all parks throughout Oahu beautiful and activated. But in particular, the crown jewel of parks on Oahu, Kūhiō Beach Park. She's been doing a fantastic job in our community with repairing infrastructure, with making our public spaces clean and safe. And we just couldn't be more grateful that she's here today and to be a partner in Waikiki. So next I want to introduce Director Laura Thielen of the Department of Parks and Rec.
Aloha and good morning, everyone. I want to echo everybody's thanks to Hilton Hawaiian Vacations for this very generous donation. The Park Department really relies on community to help support our places. There are so many parks and they are so loved and there's so much activity in them. We cannot steward them properly without community support. So we love public-private partnerships, nonprofit private partnerships, and partnerships with the general public as well. We have many of these partnerships and we take our stewardship role seriously as the Park Department, and we make sure that the partnerships are for the benefit of the public and the places remain well maintained and open and safe for the public. So it's partners like Hilton that are going to be doing wonderful improvements here that is going to benefit everybody. And it's a partner like the BID that is so critical to us because that is, as Trevor mentioned, they are on our park board. They help make sure our parks in this area are cared for and get the attention that they need, but also can work under our guidance to make sure the improvements go in. And so we have our urban forestry people working on this project, our park people working on this project, along with the BID and with the Hilton folks to make sure it's something that can be enjoyed by everybody here in the public. So thank you for making that a reality. And thank you also again to the park staff for working with our partners. It's really helpful for everybody, and we really appreciate it. Mahalo.
Now I'm coming back up to the microphone because I like the applause so much. And as mayor, you don't get very many applause. So, look, I neglected to mention one of our most important key strategic partners in all of this, and that's our police department. Major Paul Okamoto's right over here. Raise your hand. You can see there's a lot of men in blue over here. We've gotten incredible support, cooperation from our police department at achieving job one. And as I said earlier, we all recognize each and every day is different. We're not perfect yet, but making people feel safe is absolutely critical in this equation. And we could not do it. They are the tip of the spear when it comes to talking about public safety. And this guy here, I was just saying, in my opinion, is a real badass as a cop. He's exactly what I love in police officers, okay? Because we need that kind of strong enforcement and that kind of caring. So there, I said it. So thanks to our police department.
Yeah, thank you for that, Mayor. Next, the reason we're all here today is because of this private partner that we're so grateful is expanding their footprint in Waikiki and investing not only dollars, but jobs and community benefit to the residents here in Waikiki. So we couldn't be more thrilled to, again, welcome Hilton Grand Vacations and welcome Linda Rodriguez from Hilton Grand Vacations to say a few words. Thank you so much for the generous.
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you all for being here with us today. We're proud to celebrate this meaningful contribution that we bring with our new resort, Kahaku. At Hilton Grand Vacations, hospitality goes far beyond serving our guests. It's about serving our community. It's a long-term commitment to the community and the safety of the residents here in Hawaii. Kahaku is HGV's 14th property. It's our first by Hilton club here on the islands, and in conjunction with Kahaku, we are so proud to be able to make this $1 million contribution to the revitalization of the Kūhiō Beach Park. The investment reflects a strong partnership with the City and County of Honolulu. City Council Chair Tommy Waters, the Waikiki Business Improvement District, and of course the Mayor. Together we have a shared vision to enhance the visitor experience and safety while delivering lasting benefits to the local community. The value of Malama is part of our culture at HGV. And across the islands, HGV partners with local nonprofits to support environmental projects such as this and to keep our culture alive here in the islands. Kahaku and this donation will build a foundation for that for the years to come. Mahalo to the mayor and to the city council chair, Tommy Waters. The collaboration was amazing. None of this happens easily. And I'd like to thank the Director of Parks and Recreation, Ms. Laura Thielen, and the Waikiki Business Improvement CEO, Trevor Abrazura. To the community who helped shape this project, mahalo. And a special mahalo to Hilton Grand Vacations CEO, Mark Wang, and our, obviously, Managing Director, Jeff Bernier, for making these opportunities possible for us here in Hawaii. Mahalo.
Thank you all. And I'm sure you guys are wondering what we're going to do with this donation and how that money is going to be spent and how it's going to be given back to the community. And before I talk about that, I just wanted to sort of paint the picture of, again, this collaboration and this partnership. And, you know, around the country, around the state, people think that it's just government's role to make our parks better, make our community safer. But here in Waikiki, we don't believe that. We think it's an all hands on deck approach. It's, you know, the Waikiki Business Improvement District, again, which is funded by that business community. It's private philanthropy partners like Hilton, and it's the residential community. The neighborhood board, which I know we have a few members here. We have Chair Bob Finley here. We have Nicole and Lisa here from Waikiki Surf Community. But these are the people that we meet with even more so than the business leaders on what we could really do to improve our community. So being able to sit down with our residents, being able to sit down with people that might not even live in Waikiki and their kids come play at Walls or they surf Queens Break every single day. How can we make your public space better? So through the last year or so, again, walking around with Chair Waters, working with Director Thielen and the mayor's team, we really thought Kūhiō Beach Park was that place that we could invest those dollars. So first, we want to spend money on aesthetic improvements. And you see some of these coconut mounds here where the trees are, and you could walk Kūhiō Beach Park. And it's extremely difficult to keep those coconut mounds alive and fresh. You know, the irrigation systems with just being so close to the ocean, it breaks a lot. So we wanted to work again with community partners on what could be a sustainable approach to have that grass look alive, look lively. And when people come here to Waikiki, they have that wow factor. You know, Waikiki is the front door to our economy. It's the front door to our state. People from around the world travel to Hawaii and they want to stop in Waikiki first. So we want that beautiful first impression when they're looking at the Duke statue and things look alive and things look thriving. So we have some pictures here and you'll see some pictures later on what those renderings will look like, what that resort grade turf will look like. And it's been used in some of our nicest properties here throughout Oahu and throughout the state. So we're really excited about that part. The other part is activating areas that might see some issues within the park. You know, and we are true believers of a theory called crime reduction through environmental design. If things look nice, if they're pretty, if they're alive, if there's no graffiti, then bad actors aren't going to hang out there and families will come. And couples will come, honeymooners will come to sit there and hang out. So we really want to spruce up some of the public spaces that might have attracted some of that bad behavior. So whether that's having a cool sign that people could take photos of that shows that, hey, I'm in Waikiki, whether it's building some sort of commercial activity space with, you know, community groups and Native Hawaiian groups that could sell cultural things within our park. We're just wanting to spruce up some of those public areas for crime reduction through environmental design. Another thing is on maintenance and investing in equipment to make sure that every day it looks beautiful and for the next 5, 10, 20 years that we can maintain this space. So we want to invest in electric sweepers, which you'll see here driving around in the corner, where it picks up the sand and it keeps the sand off, and then we could vacuum it essentially and put it back on the beach to help with that beach restoration. So investing in high-class quality equipment for this park is definitely another key thing. And then on the public safety, you know, we have our safety ambassadors and our Aloha ambassadors that work hand in hand with HPD and Major Paul Okamoto. And how do we have more presence within this park? And with that, we want to build some safety kiosks in certain areas, and not just safety kiosks, but hospitality kiosks people could go and ask where the best place is to eat lunch, or hey, where is the Duke statue? So to have some of these kiosks around Waikiki Beach so that people can engage with our ambassadors and with HPD. But, we're here today, again, because of this partnership and because the really super generous donation, and I want to call it an investment into our community from Hilton Grand Vacations, again, expanding their footprint. We really thank the mayor, again, for being here, and his whole team and his whole departments of Parks and Rec and DFM who are here every day in Waikiki and making sure the wheels are turning. Chair Tommy Waters, and I like calling him Chair, but he's our Waikiki council member. So more importantly, Waikiki's council member, Tommy Waters, who really, comes out, sees it, smells it, and really, rolls up his sleeves and gets things done. And all the different partners, again, Director Thielen and everyone we have on our teams, and our Aloha ambassadors, that are here today. Make sure you shake their hands, say hi to them, and make sure you see their smiling face. But, without further ado, we're going to call up some of our key stakeholders here for a check presentation. And again, really grateful. It's not every day that our organization receives $1 million donation, so we wanted to make sure that we did a large with this big check. And then for the media, we'll be able to answer some questions after that photo. So thank you again so much for everyone for being here. You'll be able to see some of the photos and see some of our equipment. And then if I could call everyone back up for that photo. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Go one more time. Smile. All right. Yeah.